Okay, good afternoon. I'm Miss Perkins, and today I'd like to share with you just a little bit about fractions. Who knows what a fraction is?
It's when you have two parts of a number. You have your top part and your bottom part.
That's right. You do have two parts and a line. Any other ideas what a fraction is? Can you think of any specific fractions?
1/2.
1/2, that's right. Okay, so a fraction does have two parts. It has a top part and a bottom part. And 1/2 is a fraction, that's right. A fraction is any number that represents part of a set or part of a whole. And here's one example I have with me. I have two pencils. I have a set of two pencils, right? So my denominator is 2 because I have two pencils total. I have one orange pencil. So 1 is my numerator because I'm only talking. That's right. That's right, 1 does go on top. And I only have one orange pencil. We're only talking about orange pencils, so 1 is the numerator and it goes on top. And so I have 1 out of two pencils, 1/2. Another example is this. I have $1. Everybody knows there are 4 quarters and a dollar, right? So I have $1. I went to the store and I saw a really cool gumball machine, and it costs 25 cents to get a gumball. So we have 4 quarters and a dollar. 4 is the denominator because there are 4 quarters total. And then it costs 1 quarter to get a gumball. So 1 is our numerator because I'm only spending 1 of my quarters. So we have 1/4. So you might have noticed in those examples that I used two words that you might not have heard before. We have the numerator and the denominator. And the numerator always goes on top. There's a fraction bar. The fraction bar is the line that separates the numerator and the denominator. And the numerator goes on top, and it tells you how many parts you're looking at. In the example, we talked about 1 pencil, 1 orange pencil, and 1 quarter to get a gumball. And then we have the denominator. And the denominator always goes below the fraction bar. And we talked about in the examples, we had 2 pencils and 4 quarters, and those are denominators. So we can also show a fraction with these fraction circles. And there are a lot of them in there. Can you see all those different colors? Each of these colors represents a different denominator. And we know that a denominator shows the number of parts. So in this fraction I have 3 parts. In this one I have 2 parts, 4 parts, and those are all denominators. And the numerator tells us the number of parts we're working with. So 1/2. We could have 2/3. Okay? And this red circle, yes?
But I thought that you said the color tells you the denominator.
It tells you the denominator.
Why does it tell you the numerator too?
The color doesn't tell you the numerator. Do you see this number? I have 2 orange pieces. 2 is the numerator. 3, because there are 3 orange pieces in all. Do you see any more orange pieces in here?
So does it tell you both the numerator and the denominator?
The color will tell you the denominator, the bottom number. So, for example, I have this. How many green pieces do I have?
5.
That's right, I have 5 green pieces. Now, could the numerator be 5?
Yeah.
Yes, I could have 5 pieces out of 5 pieces. And if I took 1 green piece away, how many do I have?
4 out of 4. 4 out of 5 because we're missing a
That's
piece.
right. You're
So
missing a
that
piece. It's still there.
But doesn't that tell you the numerator and the denominator then?
The color itself won't tell you the numerator. Because, like I said, there are 4 here, but there are still 5 green pieces. There are always 5 green pieces.
Right, but this would be your numerator, right?
This is the numerator, the number of pieces you're looking at, not the color.
Okay,
Does that make more sense?
kind of.
Okay. So here I have 2. I have 2 pieces here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're both pink. And there are no more pink pieces.
Right.
So that's our denominator. But if I'm talking about 1 piece, our numerator is 1. And if I'm talking about 2, then our numerator is 2. But there will always be 2 pink pieces. So the color of the piece tells you its denominator. Because you can only have that many of the piece. I don't know if I'm helping you or not.
Just keep going, I'll think about it.
You'll think about it.
Yep.
It might make more sense when we keep going.
Okay.
Okay. So, I have a fraction circle here. This is the whole, right here. And if I have these pink pieces, if I wanted to show a half, do you remember we did an example with a half? With pencils? Okay, and I had one orange pencil, but I had two pencils. So I found the color with two pieces, this pink, and I had one orange pencil. So my numerator is 1. I have 1 half, if that makes sense. You look confused. Can I help you?
I thought you said the half is the pink though.
2, because there are two pieces.
Oh,
So these are both halves.
okay.
So it doesn't matter which one I use to show it. But if I put them both here, is this 1 half?
No, that's 1.
That's 1, that's right. It's 2 over 2.
Okay.
This is 1 half.
But what happens if you use 2 yellow pieces as a pink piece?
If I use 2 yellow pieces. Are these a half anymore? How many yellow
But
pieces?
together
are there?
they're a half. They're the same size as the pink one.
But they're separated. So, can I separate this piece?
No, but if you put those pieces together, aren't they a half?
They're the same as a half, but two yellow pieces are not a half. Because I can pull them apart. They're separated. So they're fourths, because there are 4 pieces. There are still 4 pieces to make a whole, no matter what I do to it. It's the same as a half, but it's not a half. It's 2, and then how many are there?
There's 4.
It's 2 fourths, not 1 half. Does that make sense?
But they line up to be the same over top of each other. So doesn't
They do.
Mean,
They're
does that
the
mean they're the same?
They're the same, but different. They're the same in that they have the same area. They cover the same amount of space, but I have more pieces here.
But if it covers the same area, then doesn't it mean that they're equal?
They're equal. They're still equal. They're just different numbers.
Okay.
They're the same. They both cover the same area as a half, but this is 2 fourths because I have 2 pieces and there are 4 pieces altogether. And this is 1 half because I have 1 piece and there are 2 pieces altogether.
So, like, let's say you have 2 pencils, you have 1 pencil out of 2 pencils. But when you use these, you have 4
I would have 4
pencils,
pencils.
and you have 1 pencil or 2 pencils. out
That's
of
right.
4.
Why can't this be your whole and this be your 2 pieces, though? Why can't this be 1 piece over your 2 pencils?
Because we're talking about this as a whole. This is my whole.
Okay.
Just for today, this is my whole. And we'll talk more about that
Okay.
later. Okay, you're right though, because we can use 1 half as our whole. But today we're only going to be using this red circle. This is going to be our whole the whole day.
Okay.
Okay? So who has another fraction? Can we demonstrate another fraction? Can you think of one?
4 fifths.
4 fifths? Okay, so which color has 5?
The green.
The green? Okay. So let's put it over this circle. We're going to put 4 pieces. Remember, because 4 is our numerator. So that's 4 fifths. That's exactly right. Do you have another one?
You have 7 pencils, and you have.
Let's
2
try and
pencils
stay
out
with
of
the
7.
denominator of 6.
Okay.
Let's try and say 6 or lower.
3, 6.
3, 6? Okay, so find the color with 6 pieces.
That's the same as a pink one.
Yep, that is the same as a pink one. You're right. Okay, so we're already kind of trying this together. So let's try recording some now. I have some recording sheets here. I'll give one to each of you. Okay, and I also have some fraction circles for everyone. So first let's try to demonstrate the fraction 3/4. Can everybody find the color that has 4 pieces? pieces.